Welcome to the Girl from the Ostrich Mountain channel. This channel presents the real story of a village girl from the slopes of an African sleepy ostrich mountain to the world's big cities. When young, she did not know how her story and life journey would evolve. This is her story, and I hope it will inspire you. Welcome to listen.
Welcome back to listen to the story of the village girl from the slopes of the Ostrich Mountain. This is chapter 10 of her story. And if you'd like to flow into chapter 10, you could go back and listen to the previous videos of her story. Here it continues. After the death of one of the dreamers, we, the three dreamers who remained, continued to play together and did all the things children could do together. We were also growing up year after year, and in a few years, we would be separated after completing our primary school. The year of our primary school examination was drawing near. After completing primary school, we went to different secondary schools, and from that moment, my personal adventure began to take shape. I remember it as it had just happened yesterday. I was busy playing rats game with other village children when suddenly my parents and other villagers came and disrupted our game. They came calling my name, and I realized that I had suddenly become famous after completing my primary school education. I did not understand what was so big about completing primary school and getting my certificate of primary education, or CPE as we used to call it then. However, I later understood that the reason I became temporarily famous was that I was the only girl in the village at the top of my class and one of the best performers in the whole district where my village is situated. I had passed my examination with flying colors. This news, delivered by one of the respected village head teachers who had come riding his motorcycle and hurriedly stopped at my parents' shop to deliver the news to them, set the village news ablaze, and almost everyone was whispering about me and my excellent performance. As a head teacher of a certain primary school on the slopes of the Ostrich Mountain, he had received the results of the year's Certificate of Education examination for all the village schools before they were made public to other people. He had information on how the village children had performed. Only two other boys, who were blood brothers, had done better than me, and they had won with a very tiny margin of the overall marks. These two little boys, who were very humble, were my friends, and they lived on the other side of the village market. However, they were not my playmates because they did not live in the shopkeeper's enclave. I had my little things, like playing the rat game with my other age mates, that I hardly noticed the villagers' conversation as they talked about my excellent performance. They all wanted to congratulate me, but I did not even understand what congratulatory messages were or why they had suddenly become necessary to pass on to me. After all, I had lived in this same village since I was born. Why am I more important now than the other village kids? So I asked myself. I loved the rat game, just like other village children, and I was more interested with playing this game with the other children. It was our school holiday time, and we deserved our fun. The news about my primary school examination performance did not excite me a lot because I did not see the reason why. I had just done my part as a pupil, studied hard, and done well, and that was it. I believed that during our childhood, life was different, and the little things brought us joy compared to life today. Before I stop with chapter 10, I would like to explain the rat game and why it was so famous in the village as a pastime for kids or children for that matter, especially after school and after completing tasks assigned by their parents. There was nothing else to do except to play with each other during our free time. It was mostly a girls' game. We played on weekends and some evenings as the boys played their football. The rats game had a ball which was made of tattered clothes, and we made it ourselves. And this ball was a golden glue that held the group of playing children together. It was a small, round, uneven ball that needed to be repaired now and then to keep it in shape. I must inform you that every participant in this game avoided being hit by this tattered object, lest she be thrown out of the game. The cheering was crazy, with the participants' high-pitched shouts filling our ears and those of the nearby villagers. And the winner, who was the one who avoided being hit by this tiny ball, carried the day. If you were hit by this ball, you were automatically eliminated from the game. This is the end of chapter 10. Thank you for listening. Follow and subscribe if you can. And see you in my next video.